Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 2 on how to write an essay. This is all about introduction paragraphs, and in this lesson, like the last one, but about introductions, you're going to be able to understand the structure and the organization of introduction paragraphs through taking those notes and then again passing a mastery check. So let's get moving. So what is an introduction paragraph? Introductions are the very first paragraph of any essay. No matter how many paragraphs that essay is, your introduction is always the first paragraph. This paragraph is designed to set up your argument and tell the reader what they should expect when they read your essay. Okay? It sets them up for exactly what you're going to say. Sorry, my slides are messing up. So there are 4 parts to an introduction. The first part is to hook your reader. Okay, this is generally the first sentence in your essay. The hook sets the tone for the whole essay. All right, you want to start with something clear, concise, and catchy. This is what gets you already starts to get your reader interested in reading your essay. You then give background information when you need to give background information. This is context that a reader needs to know to understand your topic and your argument. You do this in a body paragraph, but in an intro, it's a lot bigger. So if you are writing about a book, for example, you might give a very brief summary in a sentence or two that is about the book, just a brief summary of the book, right? And that might be enough background information. So it all depends on your topic. Then you have the most important part of your introduction, which is the thesis statement. Your thesis statement is a sentence, maybe 2 sentences, but it really should be 1 sentence that sums up your central point and sets up the entire essay. This is the sentence that essentially says, my essay is about this, but don't use those words, my essay is about. So this is the most important part of your intro and probably the most important part of your entire paper. Finally, it's the signpost. Your signpost is just the preview of the main points of the essay, okay? And a lot of times you're going to actually tie that to the thesis statement where your thesis and your signpost are 1 sentence together, okay? The number of main points, the number of signposts that you have in your intro equals the number of body paragraphs that you need, okay? So if you say that your thesis is, it's important to look both ways before you cross the street, and it's important to do that so that you don't get hit by a car and don't get injured in any way, okay? Then those would be 2 points that are proving why you should look both ways before you cross the street. I would have 2 body paragraphs, 1 about each. So how do you begin your writing and start with that intro, okay? It's very similar to paragraph writing that we have done. First, you break down your prompt, you break down your question so that you know what you need to write about. What are you being asked to actually write about? Then you brainstorm. What do you know? How do you think you can answer this? How do you think you can prove it, right? Like jot down notes and start to get your mind in the right place to answer this question. Your answer becomes your working thesis, right? So you basically take your answer and you put it into sentence format, and then that becomes what your paper basically should be about, okay? You want to make sure you always have at least 2 to 3 ways that you can support your thesis. This is your signpost. And then you want to add your hook and your background after you've written your thesis. And in fact, a lot of times, writing your hook and your background is like the very last thing that you do when you write your essay. That way you get this entire essay done, and then you go, all right, how do I hook somebody into wanting to read about all of the stuff I just wrote? So, this is a short one. Now you know the structure of introduction paragraphs. Like lesson 1, when you are ready, see your teacher and check your mastery of this content. Good luck.